Welcome back to part 3 of the video trying to answer questions finding the missing ordered pair value as well as determining the equation. And so continuing on in part 3, I wanted to show you how you can graph using the slope and the y-intercept in the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And if you remember, the equation was y equals 3x plus 1. Where our m value is the slope, 3. And it's always a fraction. There's an invisible 1 underneath that 3 unless otherwise given a value for the denominator's place. What does that represent? 3 represents the up and down on the y. The 1 represents the left and right on the x value. If it's a positive 3, it's going to go up on the y-axis. If it's a negative 3, it's going to go down the y-axis. If it's a positive, this invisible 1 is a positive 1, so it's going to go in the positive direction on the x-axis. If this happens to be a negative value, like I say a negative 2, then of course that will go in the left direction on the x-axis, which are your negative values. So again, 3 over 1, I'm going to go up 3 in the positive direction on the y-axis, run 1 to the right on the x-axis, which is the positive direction. Of course, everything starts. My first plot point is going to start on that y-intercept, right? Remember that b value is the y-intercept, where x will always be 0 on our plot point, and the y value would be the given b value. In this case, we're going to start at the point 0, positive 1. And once I start and I plot that y-intercept, I'm just going to follow the slope up 3 over 1. Plot my point. Up 3 over 1. Plot my point. Up 3 over 1 and plot the point. So here, let me rise this paper up a little bit. Pardon the interruption there. And let's go ahead and take a look. Remember, our slope is 3, 1. We always are going to start at that y-intercept point, which is 0 for x, positive 1 for y. So let me raise this up just for a moment, and so I can show you the origin, right? In review, the origin is 0 for x, 0 for y, if you didn't know that. Typically, before you plot your ordered pair, you start at that origin. But since our y-intercept is at 0 for x, 1 for y, that's where I'm going to start to plot my point. 0 for x, positive 1 for y. This is positive 1 on the y. Oh, I'm losing ink on my pen. This is positive 1 on the x-axis, and we moved 0 on the y-axis. Okay, I'm going to raise this up so we can see the slope. The slope, again, is 3 over 1. I know the slope. It's right in front of the x. 3 over 1. So I'm going to rise positive 3, run 1, and that's where I'm going to plot my next ordered pair. So up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1 in the positive x direction. This is my new ordered pair. And I'm just going to continue to follow that slope. Up positive 3, 1, 2, 3 on x, over positive 1 on the y. There's my next ordered pair. Okay, up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1 on the x value, and there's my next ordered pair. Technically, you only need 2 ordered pairs to graph a straight line, but I always like to do 3 or more. And so you can see here, that's how you would graph using slope-intercept form given an equation. Now, later on, we're going to use the inverse or the opposite of what we're doing to determine, for question number 2, which is the equation given the values they gave us in that original question. If you'd like to move ahead and try to answer that, you can. So here, again, I'd like to label this plot point over 1 on x, up 4 on y. So this plot point would be 1, 4. Okay. This plot point here would be starting at the origin over 2 on x, up 7 on y. So 2, 7. And this ordered pair right here, starting at the origin, I go over 3, I go up 10, 3, and 10. And of course, we know this is where the graph is going to cross that y-axis at 0 for x, 1 for y. Hey, that is our y-intercept. And I wanted to show that to you before moving on and giving you a couple more examples of how to graph just using that slope-intercept form. So I'd like to line these guys up here to show you. We have our straight line that goes through the y-axis at that point, 0 for x, 1 for y. And this graph line or linear equation, straight line, will go on forever and ever. And you can see how the line runs through 0 for x, 1 for y. That is my y-intercept, because that's where that line crosses the y-axis. Hey, math is easy. Take it step by step. I'm going to continue with a couple more of these examples for you, just in case the understanding's a little fuzzy. Hopefully that's going to help you out. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me. If I've helped you, please help me.